Hello and welcome to another dramatic reading by me, Einstein84. Today we're doing the next chapter of Super Sentai vs Power Rangers, which on this version I'm reading is the penultimate chapter. We'll try and get a guess for the final chapter, but no guarantee. Chapter 33, USS SPRA's Gruesome Dilemma. Author's note, while I'll get better with, as said, practice and more patience. Find out when I need to wrap things up first before another arc begins. So he's learned the basics of storytelling. So I decided to move the Ranger keys because it's not working as I thought it would. As someone who has no details on the Ranger key arc beyond the basic description, I have no idea how accurate that is. It was unpopular. But well, this will be a darker chapter than the last. This is a direct continuation of Another Guy Appeared, which makes more sense than my three horribly done aborted chapters, which I know nothing about. Destined to its conclusive sequel, which will go for Zoo Ranger, so I'm just simply pointing out mistakes here and there. Those are suggestions. Giving the corrective actions. I am on a writer block, this break will be appreciated. I'm simply out of ideas at first, so I took the Worms idea from NJB's Team 1 entry, End of Super Sentai. That is a chapter from the version of Super Sentai vs Super Sentai that I didn't read all the way through. Here I'll talk about it in more detail as we get to certain points, but with a different effect though. At the new Skybase, Deputy Commander Guy was furious over the last mission's outcome. Why? You won. He was seen playing the saxophone while his memories are filled with the last mission. Much damage has happened in the last episode. Renegade, this plan was worse than the last one. I'm going to give him you killing me so I can kick your butt, you monster. If I have to die again to make sure you die forever, so be it. 20 years or more and you presume to becoming a monster you really are, said Deputy Commander Guy, who can be seen smoking. I thought he was playing the sax, or did he stop? And also aside from that last sentence, that was actually a rather badass sounding declaration. He was approached by Supreme Commander Ryu, but he was still feeling bad. Guy, I'd like to talk to you. I could have been quite upset, and so has your son. Has been your son Joe. Something seemed to bother you. You're in fact the verge of returning to your womanizing ways. You got drunk last night, also. Not good. That's a kind of view. I've heard reports that you stripped naked and tried to sing Britney Spears' "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." Hi. Deputy and a Guy can be seen punching the table, then lit a cigarette and drank a shot of whiskey while seeing illusions of Renegade, so he just wasted a cigarette. One thing has never changed about him is his anger at such injustice. Only we can soon attack his fortress before he attacks ours. Guess he knows every bit of the location by now. How would he have only just figured that out? Did he interrogate Kimberly? We must blast him before he strikes our base, said Deputy Commander Guy. Despite this being practical advice, it never happened. That'd be reckless, Deputy Commander Yuki. Whoa, what's the sudden and full title? And besides, we ought to be patient, said Commander Ryu. But death is better than bondage, as some say. Oh no, he did not just co-opt an African American's anti-slavery thing. It causes sorrow to those who see their loved ones die. Talk about a rock in a hard place. A metaphor that does not describe this at all. As we are now severely weakened by Guy Akari, Tommy, Justin, Mikoto, Go, Ken, Eric, Genta, Hiruto, Mio. He got the letters as wrong in both their names this time. Hikaru and Tetsu, they're all worn out. If you ask me, it's a big fracture for us. Poor Guy Akari. Imagine a happy guy like him turn into a sad man beyond his character. Could have joined us in battle already. It's a deputy kind of guy who pounded his fist in anger. And our base will soon lose its motivation. Renegade planned it all well. A serious blow on us. Looks like he's gone smarter. I believe this could be the end of everything, said the Green Commander View. Admittedly, taking out all the strongest members before or launching an assault is probably a smart thing to do. At the United Lines of Evil Headquarters, Renegade began to think of destroying USS PRA. Now it's pretty much weakened. If he failed to kill them, he knew the side effects of evil waves would be traumatic. Reports now paying for another dangerous move. He had felt some of his power, which he had lost, return to him slowly as if he had just newly absorbed energy from the Veronica robot. If anyone is confused, who is back in Jetman, Anza had a giant robot named Veronica, and Renegade decided to sabotage it out of petty jealousy and ended up absorbing its energy. which allowed him to transform into a monster kaiju known as Ragem. She was indeed fun to torture and hold against her will, but not good enough. Shizuka is a failed experiment. I will soon have my devious plan for her to kill the Super Sentai. But I must carry on my plan to make sure the trauma victims never recover, said Renegade. Then Basco, Umbrella and Braidor have returned from spy work. Long was with him to help with their plans. Master Renegade, we have found out that the Rangers who you caught in that maze are now undergoing some kind of treatment, said Umbrella. Well, Umbrella, spit it out. I must think of my new master plan to kill the accursed USS PRA, said Ed Renegade. Since they are traumatized, they are now in some kind of recovery center, held by Master Shafu and ran by Gory Yen, said Braidran. Okay, what do you mean recovery center held by? What? Geki Rangers, I'll spill their blood for sealing me twice in battle. I'll also give a go-ons if I get the chance for helping them, said Long angrily. You'll get your chance now. We need to think of a plan to demolish that stupid USS PRA. Hey, said Renegade. Well, sire, it seems you wasted part of my good plan. Only weren't so distracted by such beauty. I have no idea what he's trying to say here. She's quite a look, but I'd rather fear her if she's an obstruction to the quest for greater powers I failed to get, said Basco. Once again, he's the smartest person in the room. Shut up, Basco! Don't mind me about. As you'll know it, I intend to finish him off. Should be glad your maze worked, even if it failed to do its final project, said Ed Renegade, who then drew his sword at Basco. What do you mean, final product? Don't you mean failed to do complete its ultimate objective? Getting pretty temperamental, are we, sire? Said Basco, afraid. Well, is it no better than to lose your temper easily and let your plan be screwed up? Renegade began to look for footage from Braidran. He saw Jasmine in her civilian attire. Apparently all these villains are creepers now. Well, looks like I know who my next victim will be, said Renegade, and laughed statistically as he looked at Jasmine. He smiled with a sinister expression on his face. Shizuka then came in. Gecko was had to see Shizuka, hoping her memory to return so she can free him. Shizuka, I wish you'll remember who you are, said Gecko. Huh? Renegade, you really think you would succeed? You're all but talk. Well, my memories are still apply. I can have yours. Pet. And despite him giving Shizuka his annoying takes, he used it in one episode, so 2 dings. And too bad, lover boy, you're not Kimberly's type, said Shizuka. Also, I think we've established at this point that Renegade does not listen to women, so I'm not sure what that acknowledgement is supposed to accomplish in the grand scheme of things. Silence, said Renegade, he bashed Shizuka with his power mercilessly. Listen, you only live to serve me, Shizuka, remember that. Don't mock me, now I prepare for the worst trap yet. As said, love is a ridiculous feeling that can turn ugly if I so wanted. I feel like I should feel that bird. I feel there's a connection between me and him, said Shizuka. I'm pretty sure that's meant to foreshadow something, but we'll see. The events that transpired and another guy appears, left the Gokai just fractured, and the extra heroes in trauma from the Dark Ages that caused them to nearly kill each other. They were at the Geki Juken Academy where they were given activity to help them handle their stress. Gorien can be seen eating bananas, but quite stressed. How many bananas does he eat? I'm pretty sure even a gorilla has a tolerance for fruit. Jan, Ran and Retsu were there. I hope my brother Go recovers soon. We are interacting like normals, said Retsu. I know that's Yugo rather than Yuto, but I'll correct it the next time he appears. Just don't give up, said Ran. Well, what happened to me is not wacky. I've dinged this before in early chapters, I'm doing it again. So let's be patient, said Jan. Glad they are slowly recovering, but it wouldn't be that easy. I have to keep my guard high because the United Alliance of Evil is becoming more evil by the moment. How do you know that? Releasing all that negative aura is working, said Gory. I am carrying again to given activities to make sushi, rice, and sashimi with the others. Tommy, Eric, and Cam are enjoying the group activities, especially when it came to giving them to the less fortunate children. Professor Makino, Bolt, Skull, and Spike be seen bringing materials. That's literally all they're doing. They've now the couriers. Cole was there helping the Rangers, sensing if the dark entity has already left. Thanks for the help, guys, said Master Sharfield. We're just here to help, said Professor Makino. Well, Director, I have bought bananas for you, Mr. Yen, said Professor Makino. Not sure that needs to be a separate paragraph, but the author's been doing this a lot. Hot. Wow, you bought bananas for me from her. Good. I always considered a bonus aside from my compensation, said Gory. Thanks, said Professor Makino. Just a part of a day's work. Well, boys, we have aliens to hunt and treasure to stock, said Professor Makino. Oh, Roger, said Bulk Skull and Spike. And that's the last we see of these characters in this story. I hope you weren't too attached to them. Tortoise Hero to doing activities to forget the horrible things they did under mind control. Cole was also there to interact with them as well. Well, nothing like a lot of activities to help deal with the trauma, said Justin. You got bad right, said Hiruto. Breaking the limit doesn't help at times to help you forget bad memories. But I feel bad for all the people we killed and all the bad things we said against each other. And I'm glad that when my brother hit me and I hit him, we weren't ourselves at all, said Mio. Again, he's got the O in Hiroto and the U in Miu mixed up. Dad was using her newly acquired ESP meter, which she has for some reason, to see if there was any improvement. She wasn't her usual happy mood, but was in a sad mood. Looks like everybody's improving, but I can't be too sure. The lines of evil managed to catch us off guard. No question ordered release is approved beforehand for Radagate, said Jasmine. She decided to talk to Tetsu, still have pertains of the dark energy Radagate used on him and the other heroes. Tetsu, are you okay? Asked Jasmine. Forget it, as I've said the last few days, we're through. I don't want to see you anymore, said Tetsu. Tetsu, please stop blaming yourself. Where's the old Tetsu I know? Said Jasmine, crying. He doesn't live here anymore, said Tetsu. Melodramatic much. Get lost, Jasmine. Tetsu shoved Jasmine aside like he never knew her. And thus ends a relationship the author just contrived based off virtually nothing. Cole was shocked at how it was. Crud, Tetsu, you just throw me away like that? What about a relationship a day after the alliance was opened? Said Jasmine, crying. A relationship based off carpooling was never going to last. Jao and Hoji found Jasmine crying. Jasmine, said Jao. Hoji, Jao, said Jasmine. I'm here to help you with Tetsu, meaning if he wants to break off with you, but it's no excuse to act like that. You could still be friends. I'm glad Cole has volunteered to help everyone here, said Chiharu. Jasmine and Chiharu came to see Kimberly, who was under the worst trauma of her life. To her it was worse when Lord Zed one-shot irregular cousin. Malgate rested her up with her real good. Chiharu, it's nice to see you. My friends come to visit me and thanks for being one of them. Getting better, I'm kind of on an emotional wreck, said Kimberly. You mean you are an emotional wreck? You fought for all the people she knew. Too bad you had to be traumatized by such an evil man. I mean, it's never easy to be forced by a man of such violence to do so, said Chiharu. True, I am suffering from too much stress. He is having his eyes on me? No, I hate to think what he would do to the other girl at the USSPRA2. I'm just glad I'm not pregnant. That's a relief, said Kimberly. Wait, you actually felt we need to have a pregnancy test done? Why? Jazz was positive Kimberly would recover, and so the way she and Tetsu fought with each other. She was as usual optimistic, but she was a pessimistic woman in her house. Just then, an umbrella appeared to attack. Umbrella, said Jasmine. That's right, you are done for. Get her, Igoroid, said Umbrella. Not if I can help it, Batcun, said Jasmine. Emergency, Deca Ranger. She transformed to Deca Yellow and stayed her pose. Prevent intergalactic evil from doing as it pleases, Deca Yellow. That's not the correct roll call, it's to hunt the cruel wickedness of space. Well, you can't beat me all alone, so you'll beat me all alone, said Umbrella. What? Now if I can call my friends, said Deca Yellow. Let's fight, shall we? Instead of calling my friends and overpowering you, I'm gonna try and beat them myself. She was then met by a tall and handsome man with fair skin, blue eyes, and brown hair, speaking in Japanese yet with a German accent, who came to stop Umbrella. You there, stop, said the mysterious young man. The mysterious man showed some uncanny skills. Deca Yellow stood and fought alongside him. She used her D-stick to crash down the Igoroids. You mean cut down. This mysterious man beat him faster than she could. So he's a Zat, said the mysterious young man. Deca Yellow went out of suit. She wants to thank the young man. Are you alright, miss? Said the mysterious man as well. My name is Raymond. Raymond Ego Bossler. Raymond Ego Ready go. Okay, yeah, but this guy is obviously Radagate in disguise with a name that blatant. Oh, nice to meet you, Raymond. My name is Jasmine. Jasmine shook hands with mysterious Raymond. Say, you happen to be quite a looker. It's nice to see a woman like you fight, said Raymond. Well, thanks for helping me out, said Jasmine. So where do you come from? I am from Germany. Failed to United Alliance of you demolished my home and I came here seeking the Super Sentai and Power Rangers to help us, said Raymond. Sure, that won't be so easy, said Jasmine. Oh crud, my groceries are ruined. What groceries would these be? What am I to do? Don't worry, I'll pay for them. I'll help you out. I don't want to see such a pretty girl cry, said Raymond with a charming smile. Oh, thanks, said Jasmine. Raymond and Jasmine was at the grocery. After buying goods, you even got to lift back to the Genjuken Academy. You named it correctly earlier. It's Gekijuken, not Genjuken. Genjuken are the villains. Jasmine was at his car. What do you mean his car? Did Raymond come in a car eating some takoyaki balls? He's really gentle and kind. Almost a perfect man, said Jasmine. At the Genjuken Academy, touch a ride, meeting Dad with Raymond. Oh, you got a new guy, huh? Well, I could care less, said Jasmine. Okay, give me a minute and I'll change the music to something more fitting. It's simply too hard to find.
I have saved
And okay now. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Tetsu, so you still haven't recovered fully, said Jasmine. And as I said, this guy is not my boyfriend. You have said nothing of the sort. He was just helpful, that's all. However, Cole began to feel an unusual energy, but he thought he was only hallucinating. How can you hallucinate feelings? There's something fishy about this guy, said Cole. Unknown to Jasmine, he was now bait for an unsuspecting evil. Raymond appeared, holding a jasmine flower. Because symbolism, what the hell is that? However, he revealed himself to be really Radike in disguise. Tranza, Long, Umbrella, and Kiros were there too. Well, Radike, how did your date go? said Tranza. I said call me Emperor. Speaking of date, it was not a date. I have a plan to cross the Super Sentai from the last damage. I planned the scheme for days, starting with the maze. Now the Super Sentai and Power Rangers can be crushed, but we can alter the Sentai timeline to our convenience, said Radike. Well, you won't need to alter timeline if you've crushed her in the present. Oh, that's a punch that was. Jasmine will soon fall into your hands, said Bella. Not sure if he's being sincere or sarcastic. Woman, they're fragile yet vital to those Super Sentai groups. I mean, this is sexist, but it's a villain saying it, so I'm letting it partially slide. Only partially, though. It'd be a shame to disfigure your latest victim. Why would he disfigure her? Looks like she'll have a hot performance. It'd be as fun as fighting Mako, said Chaos. Now it's time to execute my next part of the plan. Jasmine will probably be more effective, said Radike. Wah! Radike is about to hatch his updated plan. He will now devastate the Genjuken Academy with Long's help. Long is now going to carry out his plans well. He was in civilian disguise as Dr. Gokun Ryu. Dr. Eating Dragon? He was sent there to help USS PRA. Radike was going to pay Kimberly a visit. Oh no. Now it's time to cross those Geki Rangers, said Dr. Gokun Ryu. Meanwhile, Jab was about to take an evening walk when she ran into Raymond. Raymond, nice to meet you again, said Jasmine, smiling. Indeed it is, Jasmine, said Raymond, who then revealed his disguise. Radike, what are you up to, said Jasmine angrily. No need to worry, my sweet like Kimberly, you are a fragile flower about to be put under my control, said Radike, and used some of his blood to create a starfish parasite. Ew. Ew, okay. Whoa, said Jasmine. Ah! The starfish parasite attached to her neck, hit itself. This time it didn't knock her unconscious. Applying it tried earlier and did knock her unconscious. What kind of pathetic parasite is that thing, really? Who am I, Jasmine, my sweet, said Radike. Radike, my lord, said Jasmine. I live to serve you as Jasmine of Bavarium. I am no longer the USS PRA. Good. Now you will help in my plans for victory. Go, my Jasmine flower. Go and spell the end of the Super Sentai. Wah! Said Radike. The next day, Radike disguised as Raymond alongside guys with Dr. Gokun Ryu entered into the Genjuken Academy. Again. It was all part of his scheme to crush the Super Sentai and Power Rangers all in one fell swoop. Good morning, said Miki Masaki. Most of the people Jasmine talked about who can help us. Raymond, Eiko Bostler, and Dr. Ishikawa Gokunryu, I presume. Well, at least the latter sounds slightly plausible as a name. But we are. As you see, Dr. Gokunryu had helped me out of my trauma in Germany. I'm sure he can help you too, said Raymond. Wait, how can they see that? Is he presenting a medical file? Oh, he forged? That's right. I have activities to help your extra rangers cope up, said Dr. Ishikawa Gokunryu. Jasmine entered with a dark look in her eyes. She was now Radike's pawn. Raymond, come on in, said Jasmine. Thanks, said Raymond. Well, Raymond, somebody does need help. Some evil guy messed her up real good, said Jasmine. Well, where is she? Asked Raymond. Dr. Goku is now given his task. He was to make sure the Rangers increase their violence. Those meddling Geki Rangers are responsible for my decay. Well, it's good that I don't see much balls in sight. Oof. Praising? Alright, Quiver. I'll make them pay for seeing me, said Long. As Benny had seen the ex-Rangers Kenny, Satsu and Go, felt a strange energy of this man. There's something funny about that man. I feel like it's somebody in the past, said Go. I think there's a word or two missing there. Well then, I think I know how to get rid of all that negative energy, said Dr. Goku. Can you help me go back to my jolly self, asked Gayakari? Where did he come from? Yes, I can. Well, if you all just do as I say, now you'll all soon get to your, said Dr. Goku. And the sentence literally just ends at your. Kimberly was, on the other hand, going to get a special visit soon enough. Jasmine was with Raymond. Kimberly, this is Raymond, said Jasmine. Hi, I'm Raymond Ego Boss, and I heard all the drama here. If I can help your call, what do you mean call? You can free my country and the rest of Europe from Radica's control. I think your people have been too secluded here. I have an idea I can get your people to relax for once, said Raymond. That sounds great. Maybe I can go there too, said Kimberly. Well, now I will do their darkest hour. Super Suckers are definitely on leave. They're not 7-Eleven heroes and all, said Raymond. What do you mean 7-Eleven heroes? What does that even mean? Back to Dr. Goku, who is about to make a suggestion that could actually divide the team. Wow, and a villain who's actually competent. And he soon got a flyer that Renegade prepared. Well, I guess fresh air, the sun and the sea should do good, said Dr. Goku. Tomorrow we are headed for a beach. The beach, said Cole. Yes, that's right, sea breeze is good for you and helping with you with whatever trauma was inflicted towards you, said Dr. Goku. Did nobody fill him in? It can be good, I'll be waiting for the results. Jasmine, will you kindly accompany them, said Corey. Yes, sir, said Jasmine. Unknown to them, Jazz was now under Renegade's influence. Both Renegade and Long planned to end Super Sentai while having their own plans to get rid of each other. Plans they will not act upon, as in getting rid of each other, not be ending Super Sentai. That's literally the whole plot of this two-parter. Have a new Skybase, Director I had just seen Hoga freed from her punishment period. 2 chapters and new record. Well, I hope you'll never do that again, said Director Aya. Yes, ma'am, said Hoga, still exhausted from all her hard work. As Benji thought of Gory's message on her chat box. Beats, sounds like a good idea, but we have to keep an eye, though. UAOE has caused major damage this time, said Director Aya, checking it out. It's time for Beats as Renegade planned it. We can see the Shinkenja of Beats signs to be on duty to bring his transformational devices. Nobody ever calls them at it. Henshin items or morphers were to be left behind. I hope Director Aya knows what he's doing and letting us assist those poor souls to recover. If the next shift comes, the Geki Rangers will be next. The other members of the USSPRA are either training with Bunjo or doing other stuff or at their leave, said Taku Shiba. Hey, what are you staring at? Asked Mako, who's in a pink 2-piece swimsuit, noticing Taku staring at her rudely. Given the thought he was having before, he probably wasn't doing it consciously. Oh, nothing, said Taku, whistling, but he stared too much at her. Ryunosuke, Chiaki, Kota, and Kaoru were there too. Ryunosuke was over-enthusiastic. Woohoo! What a mission, said Ryunosuke. Ah, yes, all the sudden ceased to help the poor fellas. Gendo will soon recover to his old self, I hope, said Kota. Her. Cole was still thinking of the fate of the extra Rangers. He however feared the darkest hour was about to come as Akko had warned him in his dreams. Why do I get goosebumps all over my body? Asked Cole, who was then also ignoring the women who were going near him. Somewhere at the beach, Raymond and Dr. Goku are now ready to hatch their plan. They discuss them both by doing a pretentious act, which is italicized for some reason. His memory shifted back to being Renegade and Long, somewhere hidden, discussing their next move. Those suckers will never know what hit them. They'll never recover. When we get the whole alliance to surrender, I'd have fun torturing them all the pain they caused me. Wah-ha-ha-ha, said Renegade. Hee-hee-hee, said Long. Oh god, but return of the giggle. Guess this is our turn out as we planned it. Even those Rangers beat our asses. We have them under trauma, especially using mind control Rangers to kill aliens, just plain evil. Now to proceed to my plan. Jasmine will finish them! Wahaha! said Varigay. Is he going to evil laugh at the end of every line now? They resumed two of their disguises, two as necessary, to carry out their plan to cut the Super Sentai and Power Rangers, while Varigay had it desired. They prepared a torture chamber for them and a huge holocaust. Jasmine appeared in a black two-piece. Shouldn't it be partially yellow? Kim was also wearing a pink two-piece, attracting some men, but she paid no attention. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea, said Kimberly. The ex-ranger at the beat his plan. Varigay was about to execute his plan of vengeance. It's been a long time since I've been with a beat, but why do I not feel hyper and wacky, said Genta. Genta would not describe himself as hyper or wacky. Why do I feel a dark energy of you? Why? Asked said Gaikao. Just ignore it, Guy. As you know it, you'll get better. Trust me, said Jasmine, when a red glow in her eye, arousing suspicion. Apparently not, since Mrs. Velasquez gets mentioned. Tetsu still felt indifferent, and so did the rest. Tommy looked at Kimberly and felt he had become rather mostly distant. Hiruto? Again, it's Hiroto and Suto? Weird place for a last name basis, but pretty much everyone called her Mew. On the other hand, was starting to recover their sibling bond, but not their relationship with the other Go-Onzas. Oh duh, they're not here. Even then appeared in his swimming shorts, and so did Dr. Goku, who has to hide their sinister plan. Raymond, glad you could join us, said Jasmine. Oh sure, said Raymond. Just they were having fun, revealed the beach was actually a ruse to capture them. This time, finish off the USS PRA for good. Dr. Goku was about to release his therapy devices. Okay, how the hell did they reveal it was a trap? Meanwhile, Kiros, Ahames, Basco and Trandra were disguised as tourists before what? All part of the plan was about to work, and Jasmine was soon going to do her part. Beach thing wasn't a bad idea at all. Just look at all the chicks we're going to be holding as hostages. All three of them. I think Mew is kind of hot, so I might ask for Varigay for a bonus once I succeed. Ew. Kiros. Oh, I wonder if this plan will work. I can't wait to see Varigay blow it off, said Trandra. Patience, Trandra, remember, I also took part in his plan too. I may not like him, but I'll play along, said Basco. It won't be long. Varigay will soon release something utterly disgusting. I don't think I can comprehend it. Remember that. He said that he can use the Amazer worms I bred on Earth for him for his advantage, mingled with his holy blood. I just have to wait for a monster to appear, however it'll look like, said Ahames. Dr. Goku prepared everyone for a group activity. Gaikari, Tommy, Justin, Go, Kenisatsu, Eiji, Tetsu, Hikaru, Cameron, Surugane, Genza, Mago on Wings, Hiruto, and Mew. Well, at least he got one of them right. We're given an exercise program. Calls of them too. Now these suckers will get what they deserve, said Dr. Goku, snickering. As they were in formation, Jasmine finally pressed the button, revealing some crosses which caught the ex-rangers and Cole. Hey, what does the Goldie noticed he was crucified in the middle. What are you sure about this? Said Tetsu, noted he was also fast across. As you will see, Tetsu, I am about to show you nobody mess with me, said Jasmine, but she revealed she was now under dark influence. How did she do that exactly? Jasmine, what is wrong with you? Kimberly asked, but Jasmine just laughed evilly. Hey, what, babe? Is this supposed to make you feel jolly? Asked Gaikari. This isn't good, said Eiji. Dr. Goku revealed himself to be Long, and Raymond revealed himself to be Varigay. Varigay's plan on Jasmine had worked. People in the beach began to scream in panic. Varigay, said Kimberly, don't you dare go near me, you monster! Right, Jasmine, what have you done? As you see, I am no longer part of the USS PRA. I now serve the United Alliance of Evil. Jasmine then revealed he could fire electric rays under Varigay's influence. Good, now Jasmine will definitely traumatized for life once he realizes she's had her friend, said Varigay, smiling evilly. Sinkens were outraged by the act. We noticed they could not stay calm and panicked. Taku tried to assess the situation. Why haven't they been captured with the others? Before we can intervene, Aharas appeared together with Kiros, Basco, and Tranza. Now you will see the greatest monster yet, said Basco. It's been the Amazer worm that Aharas used to torture their caps have been used for Varigay's latest scheme. That is not how you use just then. Used its DNA and combined it with its unholy blood to create an entirely different monster. What a worm-like monster with Ragem's feature for a head appeared to cause trouble. It also had plenty of little worms around its body, causing people to be disgusted. Ah, my latest creation, bloody worm jigen, said Radagay. No longer am I limited to merely using inanimate objects. My old blood has done its trick. Okay, how hell is this classified as a jigen beast? It doesn't use a bio jigenju or anything. Ah, now show what you can do. The people ran at the sight of a monster. However, Radagay wasn't going to let a statistic tendency go down so easily. Some people latched to some deadly Amazon worm, but began to gnaw into them, lay eggs, and make them very sick and pale. The Shinkensers tried to help their comrades, only to realize that while they were changing, their shoulder phones were nabbed faster than they thought. Basco presented the shoulder phones at the UAOE's possession. He stole them from their changing rooms. But how did they not notice that? Looking for these? Said Basco, laughing maniacally. What? Said Takashiba, shocked as they let their guard down. We're finished! Finished! Said Vianosuke, whining like crazy. Calm down, everyone, said Mako. Kyoto showed how much of a sick guy he was and began to stare rudely at Mako. Oh, okay, his staring is horrible, but only is rude, but it's not really that problematic unless he finds it annoying. He approached her, holding her arm. Well, baby, looks like we're going to have some fun, said Kyoto, holding Mako. No way, loser, said Max. He slapped Kyoto really hard at his face to insult him. Even without your powers, you're still a tough chip. You may soon make me your worst enemy of your defiance, said Kyoto, smirking. Meanwhile, Radagay was standing with Jasmine beside him. Bloody Amazon worm jigen. Was it bloody worm jigen before? Was there, awaiting his orders to cause more harm. People beat held hostage by Radagay's forces. People were starting to suffer under the deadly Amazon worm, which are eating them up from within. Man can be seen finally dying from a disease, finally being reduced into mere bones of defiance. He was eaten by worms in a rather painful manner. So yeah, the monster in the Super Sentai vs Super Sentai chapter is a hybrid Ayakashi Boma, which had the power to turn people's insides into worms. Him was put in constant shock. No, it's a horrible sight. Stop! Stop! Sobbed Kimberly. There's only one thing you can do to save them. Surrender yourself to me and your engine devices. Didn't they already have their engine devices stolen? Soon the whole USSPR will follow. You'll finish all people in Japan and the world. It may not be complete, but you'll all do, said Radagay. Here they are, Radagay, said Pascal. But seriously, severely increase my payroll if you want me to kill the Super Sentai and Power Rangers. And also, do consider your lack of patience keeps getting the best of you. I mean, isn't it obvious that Kimberly doesn't find you a type? Get alive! Shut up, Basco! Just do as you're told or I'll slice you in half myself. Now hand over these devices. Who I want is none of your business, said Radagay, his eyes glowing red with anger. He used his powers to choke Basco's breath short. Okay, so I should mention that there's an alternate version of this chapter in which it's clarified that Radagay's behaviour in this fic is different from his canon behaviour, because of his growing insanity causing him to act out of character, which is probably not the best depiction of insanity, but then again, there isn't really a lot of good ones. Okay. Oh yes, my master, right away, I understand. You have a solo phones to be at your possession. And didn't he hand them over just now? Oh, here's Cole's transformation device was used to summon Aka Red. Can't believe you forgot the name of something he created. Even I remember it was called the Red Summoner, purely even how stupid the name was. Said Basco, sweating, saw Radagay's sharp blade near his throat. I'll think of a way to get even. Presumably he'll also plan to overthrow him, but never carry it out. Jasmine must be under Radagay's control. There's no way she'll betray us like that, said Kimberly. As you see, she is mine now. Jasmine is now the Vire Elite. So will you surrender or do what I continue killing people? The answer is yours, said Radagay as he held a civilian who was now dying from the worms. He agreed to let the civilian live for now. We agree to surrender, said Shiba calmly. Taku, you've gone mad, you are our leader. You can't do that. What belongs now? I know who fights, asked Ryunosuke hastily. That's right, Taku, we have no choice. You see what they did, said Takashiba. Taku, no, please, said Mako. So Kotoha doesn't get a line in all this confusion. I surrender too, said Kimberly, crying. Just make it stop. Kimberly began begging Radagay to stop the carnage, kneeling in front of him. Saw one person after the other die, much to her distress. She kneeled before him. Only on the condition you all surrender, and so the rest of the USSPRA. As you, Kimberly, refuse my advantage, and this will have drastic consequences, said Radagay as he held Kimberly's face, looking straight at her teary eyes. Crud, I hope I don't have to marry him, said Kimberly. Heroes began to think that even if he wanted Mako, do not consider an easy victory to be worth saving. You think that perhaps his ways are not too much for the United Lines of Evil, and yet he'll still be a member of them for the remainder of his story. Harrison Long grew delighted to see more torture. That's not in character for our hammers. On the other hand, Tranza, Basco, and Kiros were discussed at the side. This is over the top. Renegade outdone himself. Not even my Satan has gone this far, said Basco, who felt like vomiting. I agree, this is utterly sadistic beyond what I can imagine. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke, said Kiros, who then vomited. Renegade holds worm attacks from the hammer worms out of the bodies of the survivors. He did not allow escape to be held hostage. What was that sentence saying? He led the heroes on guard with James, Kiros, Abella, and Basco, who guarded them. A bait? The plural of bait is still bait. We're in place. Guard those crucified bones with your life, else I'll slice you all over myself. Torture them all you please, nail them, whip them, make sure they stay alive long enough to see the end of Super Sentai and Power Rangers, said Bagay, holding their morphing devices. Is he really using a different name every time? And what about Mako? He promised not to hurt her, but I helped you out. She's mine, remember, sire, said Kiros. So we've given to you unscathed. I assure you, Kiros. She's all your. Do your job first, destroy the Super Sentai, and she'll come in your next payroll, said Bagay. Yes, of course, my lord, said Kiros. Bagay disappeared with Shinkenjas and Kimberly into his lair. Why the Shinkenjas? Mago's too hot a chick of that scoundrel. I won't give my promises like I'll never spare them forever. Mago's ought to be sitting by my side on my trophies besides Kimberly and Jasmine. I also add Nanami, Sakura, and Ramnu to my harem, said Ramnu. Okay, so Bagay's insanity has turned him into a sex pest, which he considers more important than conquering the world. Got you. At the beach, you mean the same place we just were? The crucified heroes are not feeling any better. I didn't think they would. The chains are too tight, and they're holding a sight that was so disgusting. Genshin Gaikai can be seen screaming the loudest. People are held hostages inside cells UAOE built. Ah! Shouted Genji, saw a bucket full of the Amazon worms. Why? Why are the tortured humans? Why? Shouted Gaikai in despair. Tommy, Justin, Naoto, Mikoto, Cam, Hiruto, Mio. Never mind him getting one of the names right earlier. And Hikaru tried their best to remain calm, unagitated by Gaikai's and Genji's screams. Guess the rest just don't care. Whoa, those two are wild, said Mikoto with an angry face. I'm getting bored, let's torture them, shall we, said Tranza. Me too, but look at those two braggarts, said Ahamas. Seriously, I think I need to exhale. Blood and carnage is okay, but this is ridiculous, said Basco. He finally vomited after hours of nauseating. Cole on the Ahamas tied to a pillar of beat, temporarily released from his cross, being whipped by Ahamas. Damn, kinky. But he had the fierce look in his eyes, still determined to do what is right. You'll never defeat us. The forces of good will win, said Cole. Still defiant, aren't we, barbarian? Just beyond your name was picked from a raffle draw we all played earlier. But would first be nailed to your cross, the house continued to whip Cole hard, but he endured it. He was soon bewildered to be even in thought for now. But he could no longer speak. Raigo wasn't going to leave a stone unturned for that reason. Cole was losing his strength as well as his willpower. Have a new skybase? Judge Isaac Gory discussing the calamity that hit them of the USSPRA, but them isn't necessary. He was pretty sick, but eventually transpired. I can't believe that Renegade and Long fooled all of us with their new disguises and had to mask the secret art to hide their dark energy. Jasmine fell under their control too. They did let go of the other people of Beach live. That go is unnecessary, but I doubt that they'll spare them forever. He's still holding them hostage, said Gory. How the hell did he find all that out? Don't blame yourself, Gory. We're after all just human or alien. Get Rangers are supposed to get their shifts, said Director Aya. We should have been there. The situation is not wacky, said Jan. Again, Jan has a lot more nonsense things than wacky. Calm down, Jan. I believe you can get out of it, said Man. My brother's been caught too, said Retsu. I can't believe Jasmine is now under Renegade's control, said Jiao. I can serve her spot now if need be before we set her free, said Marigold. Her name is 2 words, not one. I think you can, said Man. Mary, we just need a complete team. Jasmine is still one of us. Great, just great. We are in dire straits now. Jaro, I really have to admit this could be the darkest hour of our battle, said Hoji. Now to change the music for something more ominously appropriate for the upcoming scene. Super Sentai, Power Rangers, you are now at my mercy. As you know it, I have held your comrades at the beach where they're about to die if you plan to save the people on the beach. I planned everything, and as you know, you are powerless to stop me. I have your comrades held at my base. Come if you dare. If you try to save your comrades crucified at the beach or captured my castle, I'll hasten the effects of the plague that has already hit the city. Only I hold the control to the worm's maturity, which can be demonstrated in this video. What video? So choose. You all surrender to my plans or let the people you protect die. Wah! And take a look at this wonderful thing I did. Enjoy it while you can. I demand the Jetman's presence to surrender themselves. How is the USSPRA to me? Wah ha 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 ha! So yeah, if you couldn't figure it out, that speech was by Radicate and A, despite there not being anything to identify as him. When the scene shifts to people being devoured by the Amazon worms slowly and painfully, which Radicate demonstrated how you can increase the cycle of the worms. What a cycle! You can see him vomiting green liquid and thinking they're worse, while scenes of other people dead were now shown. The next scene shifts to the crucified heroes, worst screaming loud as they can at their sight. Guy carrying Genta scream the loudest. You already said that. Radicate signed off, hoping you'll get revenge. That bastard, I'll get his head for this, the deputy kind of guy with an angry face. Powering the samurai came into a room to offer assistance. What? The true samurai get captured? That's not good. They can't be a sign they're going to win, said Jaden. I pretty much doubt the Shinkens are the only Super Sentai that can defeat these bad guys. That's bad, very bad. Why now? Just when the extra range were going to recover, said Kevin in tears. That does not sound like something Kevin would do. Maybe we can help. The Shinkens helped before we want to return the favor, said Mia. I know of your gratefulness, but there's no time to be personal, guys, said Supreme Commander Ryu. The 10 billion man entered some samples of the Amazon worms. They returned finding out some traceable worms in the city. You didn't think to save any of your captured fellows? Who are the real villains? So, we found some samples of worms we can examine, said Vanu. I fear this could be a serious problem. Me and Vanu went to the dino curry to fetch food. We discovered an epidemic. At least 20 people died already, said Billy. Very well, we'll get on with the test. We may find a way to kill these worms and deworm people. I believe you two can do it. And behind it may be time for the old Jetman team to intervene if need be, said Supreme Commander Ryu. Sound like old times, eh? But never bad. We need to really get out of this mess as soon as possible, said Deputy Commander Guy. In the dungeon? What dungeon? Takushiba, Ryunosuke, Mako, Kotaha, Chiaki, and Kimberly were inside a dark dungeon. Ryunosuke can be seen crying like crazy. They're all still in their beach tires. This is bad, very bad. This is worse than Junk World. Genta's crucified the others, and now a lot of people will be eaten by evil worms, said Ryunosuke, crying. Looks like everything is coming to an end, said Chiaki. Let's not give up, said Kotaha. Radicate is perfect to everybody, even women have caught his fancy. Just can't describe the horror I've been through with him alone. Me, his wife? Never. I had enough nightmares of being forced to marry him or getting pregnant by him, said Kimberly. You're right, to be honest, while he won't hand me over to kills, he now declares me his too. What a horrible tyrant, I can't bear to think what he'll do next, said Mako. Taku was, on the other hand, deep in thought. Felt like he needed a practical solution to the problem. Just then the guards came. Taku, Kotaha, Ryunosuke, and Chiaki, all getting crucified now, said the guards. Guards then roughly entered, dragging Takushiba, Kotaha, Ryunosuke, and Chiaki away in chains. The doors are slammed shut to make sure he didn't escape. No, please, no! Oh, sobbed Kimberly, but her cries fell into deaf ears. Actually, on deaf ears. Michael just sobbed as well as he saw her friend to be carried away but a crucifixion. The Imara city was filled with deadly worm epidemic. People were puking green slime, many were looking very worse. That's the wrong form of there. Some have even died, as now at least 30 more have died in the epidemic, causing losses everywhere in Japan, as worms also gnawed out their bodies, killing them. How did the worms spread that fast? Now, the strange, deadly parasite launched for Radicate's hideous reason. Will there be any way to stop his plan from maturing to full bloom? Will the Super Sentai Power Rangers surrender to their deaths? Stay tuned for the conclusive next chapter. Okay, like a lot of chapters in this, it was a great premise, but it was lacklusterly executed from problems such as the villains all turning into sex pests, the clunkiness of the scripting making it impossible to tell what exactly was happening. And most importantly, none of the dialogue sounded that natural. Well, anyway, as I said, join us for the final chapter of this upload. Chapter 35, Phoenix of Redemption. Will I have a guest star join me? Stay tuned to find out.